mildly intelligent conversation. My name is Jeremy Snyder. That's some fucked up shit, Eric.
I'm Eric Bonde. Oh my God!
God, I know. This is some weird shit. That's just crazy. What's up, everybody? It's Jeremy Snyder with Mic Drop, Mildly Intelligent Conversations. This video is actually going to be kind of like a sub video or a sub video series that I might call Conspiracy Theories 101. I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to release a bunch of these real short videos that give you just a quick explanation of certain conspiracy theories that are out there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have this video series that just goes through each one, gives you a real quick definition so you can kind of get an idea of what happened, and then that's it. When I first got into conspiracy theories, I felt like, God, I really wish I could just go find out what conspiracy theories are what, and just kind of get a rundown of them so that I could just know. That's what this is for. It's going to be like a one-stop shop, a place where you can find the answer to all of the conspiracy theories. And then, of course, me and Eric are still going to have Mic Drop. That's going to be more detailed rundown of certain conspiracy theories, and it'll be a long explanation. So we'll go into detail there. It's tough to wrap your head around a lot of this, and so a quick definition or a quick explanation of each conspiracy theory is probably not going to do justice, but it will help. I hope you guys enjoy. And, of course, if you do, please subscribe to this channel, like us on Facebook, give it a like on the video where that thumb is, just click on it or something. I don't know, whatever. But, yeah, this video is going to be on Operation Northwoods. Operation Northwoods took place in like the mid-early 60s when John F. Kennedy was president. Now, Operation Northwoods never took place, allegedly, because John F. Kennedy said, fuck no, that ain't happening. But, it maybe did in other instances, maybe under a different name or under a different administration. But, yeah, I'm going to go into a little bit of detail here on what Operation Northwoods was for you. And I'm going to be reading this off of here because I want to make sure I'm giving you correct information, so please don't get pissed off at me for that. But that's what I'm going to do, and I'm not good at reading, so you're probably going to hate this. Sounds good? Let's go. Operation Northwoods was a proposed false flag operation against the Cuban government. It originated with the U.S. Department of Defense and Joint Chief of Staff in 1962. The proposals called for the CIA or other U.S. government operatives to both stage and actually commit acts of terrorism against Americans. They would attack American military and American civilians and then blame Cuba and the Cuban government. So, why would they want to do this? It was because they wanted to get the okay from the American people to actually invade Cuba. They've been trying to do this for so long. And so they'd been trying to figure out different ways to be able to go in and invade Cuba and take out Fidel Castro. So this was one of those ways. It was an idea that the Joint Chief of Staff and these guys, they thought of this idea behind closed doors, brought it to Kennedy and said, hey, we've got an idea. What do you think of this? Some of the possibilities detailed killing Cuban immigrants, sinking boats of Cuban refugees, hijacking planes to be shot down or to be given the appearance of being shot down, blowing up U.S. ships, and orchestrating terrorist attacks in the U.S. against U.S. citizens. They proposed this to President John F. Kennedy, and he ultimately shut that down, said no way. A lot of people believe that was one of the motives for the CIA having assassinated John F. Kennedy, because yes, some people do believe that the CIA had something to do with the assassination of John F. Kennedy. I'm one of those people, yes. I believe there were a number of entities, groups, the military-industrial complex, the CIA. I believe that the vice president knew a little bit. I believe the mob had a lot to do with it. I believe all of these people came together and made this plan because it was something that they needed done. But again, with the JFK assassination, we've already done a special on that. If you guys want to check that out, we've got that video out. We go into detail on the assassination of John F. Kennedy and give you all of the different reasons why we think he was assassinated and who we think did it. Yeah, if you want to see that, check that out. But I do believe that this had something to do with his assassination because he wasn't having it. Like he was a good dude, man, and he heard these guys thinking of taking out American citizens and American military, and it just, gosh, it's nuts to even think that we thought that we had people thinking of that. It's fucking scary shit, bro. Dang it. So I was hoping to try and go through this without cutting it all, but unfortunately I had a call come in, so I had to take that call. I apologize. But anyways, let's continue. So communists led by Fidel Castro had taken power in Cuba in 1959, which raised the concerns of the U.S. military due to the Cold War. The idea was to create public support for a war against Cuba by blaming it for terrorist attacks that would actually be carried out by the U.S. government. So the U.S. government would be attacking U.S. citizens and the U.S. military in some instances, and then just blaming it on Cuba so that we could justify going to war with them. Kind of like what I explained earlier, but that was essentially the idea behind it. Now, when it was presented to John F. Kennedy, they actually had it in documentation form, in a document form, and so here's like some stuff directly from that document that I wanted to share with you. The desired result from the execution of this plan would be to place the United States in the apparent position of suffering defensible grievances from a rash and irresponsible government of Cuba, and to develop an international image of a Cuban threat to peace in the Western Hemisphere. That sounds a lot like 9/11. We're gonna have a special on that as well. We're gonna have a podcast on that as well. But I mean, think about it. You have people fly airplanes into two of the biggest buildings in the U.S. right in front of our eyes. I mean, everybody witnessed that on camera, and then I mean, it was horrible, and of course after that, the U.S. citizens were just like, we don't care what you do. Just keep us safe. It doesn't matter if you go to war in the Middle East for no reason whatsoever for the next 20 years. Just keep us safe. And that's essentially what's happened. We're in a never-ending war in the Middle East, and it's because of 9/11. And that's what I believe a false flag carried out by the military-industrial complex and others. Because, of course, if we're at war, the military-industrial complex gets rich. They lie in their pockets like crazy because of all the weapons. And I mean, they're a defense contractor. You know, all of these different defense contractors out there will get paid insane amounts of money for us being at war. So what better than to go to an endless war, the war on terror, something that could never fucking end. It's just an idea. It's not really an object that can be defeated. So yeah, brilliant on their part if they were trying to get rich. So anyways, in closing, I guess, the plan was drafted by the Joint Chief of Staff and signed by Chairman Lyman Lemnitzer. I don't know who that is, and hopefully I said that right. Lyman Lemnitzer, and sent to the Secretary of Defense. Although part of the U.S. government's anti-communist Cuban project, Operation Northwoods was never officially accepted. It was authorized by the Joint Chief of Staff, but then rejected by President John F. Kennedy, according to the released documentation. None of the operations became active under the auspices of the Operation Northwoods proposals. So, allegedly, none of this stuff actually took place. Now, I believe that it did, just under a different name and maybe under a different president, because of the fact that shortly afterwards John F. Kennedy was assassinated. Again, I believe this had a lot to do with that. So that is what Operation Northwoods is. We're gonna go into detail on this probably in a later run. That phone? Hold on a second. The phone rang again. Let's just answer it. Hello? Sorry, I got another call. I am sorry about that. I promise this is the last time I'm cutting. That was Operation Northwoods. I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, we're going to have a more detailed version of this video here down the road with Eric on Mic Drop, Mildly Intelligent Conversations. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and then and follow us on Facebook, because we've got a lot of stuff that we're releasing on there. So, and then of course we're on Apple Podcasts now. We're on SoundCloud. Follow that so you can get and subscribe to that stuff so that you can get alerted when we upload a new podcast. So again, this will be the first installment of what I'm going to start on this new video series. It's just going to give you a rundown of all the different conspiracy theories that are out there. Just a quick rundown, nothing too crazy. But yeah, I'm glad you guys watched. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. And then till the next video, keep your eyes open, because there's some stuff going on. See you later.